How to be in connection with yourself and others. A talk with Unmani.
How sometimes when we're interacting with other people, energetically, we might reach out towards them. And there's an aspect of us that, maybe the child, we could say, that wants to do something. It's trying hard in that interaction. And it might be trying to get love, approval, attention. It might be trying to control the situation to create safety, right? But that reaching out, and you can really feel it energetically as a kind of, it's working very hard. It's making a lot of effort to do something. And it's not bad or wrong. It's just doing what it knows, and it's trying its best to help, right? So it's not that it's doing something wrong, but by bringing more, shedding more light on how it works and this mechanism, we can see that it's making a lot of effort that in a way that doesn't help, actually. It's trying to help, but it doesn't actually work. And it's a lot of effort for no reason. Right? So, and it doesn't work, first of all, because, so it's reaching out to try to get connection, right? Essentially, it's trying to be met. It's trying to see and be seen, right? To merge, to connect, to find oneness and wholeness, essentially. And it doesn't ever get that in that way, because the way it's reaching out and making so much effort, it is essentially a way of avoiding what is happening here, you know. So it's kind of saying, I don't want to stay with what is here. I want to reach out there, because there is where connection is, or love, or whatever word we put to it, right? So it's avoiding what's might be uncomfortable here. Maybe there's a wanting, maybe there's a fear, maybe some, you know, whatever. There's something maybe uncomfortable that's going on here. And so then there's this reaching out. Maybe I can get what maybe I can fix it by reaching out there. And it doesn't get that safety or love or connection, because it comes from a kind of avoiding. It's avoiding the connection with what is here, with what is real, with what is actually happening. And it's going off into this dream of, if only, maybe I can reach it there. So by going off into that dream, it's cutting off, disconnecting with what is actually present here. And it never actually works. You know, if you look at it the other way around, if you feel someone else is kind of, you feel that energy where someone else is reaching out towards you. I don't know about you, but if I feel that, I take a step back. It's physics, you know, I just feel, oh, it's a bit much, that kind of reaching forward. So I can't help myself. I take a step back to just protect myself. And so it actually does the opposite to what we're trying to get. We want connection, and we only get disconnection, more and more disconnection. We're disconnected from ourselves, and we create a disconnect with others as well. So we were exploring in this meeting this morning, you know, how we can actually bring this energy back in, or notice when it's moving out, and just by noticing when it's moving out, we can already notice, we're already noticing what's here then. So then it's already pulled back here. And in connecting with another, if we're staying with what we feel, and it might be uncomfortable, it might be scary to stay with that and not try to manipulate or control the situation or the connection, or the relating, but just to stay, and to stay vulnerable, to stay with the vulnerability or the present experience that you feel. And at the same time, stay open to connecting with the other. So you stay very present with what you feel, and you shine that vulnerability from you, from your eyes, because you are present with what you feel, and you are staying absolutely authentically real and loyal to what you feel and to what's really happening for you now. And you meet the other from there. It's maybe very scary because it means showing your vulnerability, meeting in the unknown. Maybe they won't like you. Maybe they'll reject you, right? All the fears might be there, but then if you stay with those feelings, you don't have to speak out everything, but at least you stay present with what you feel. And then you meet from there. That's where real connection is. Because first you connect with yourself and what is presently appearing. And then if you want real connection from the other, you have to come from real connection. Otherwise, if you're trying to get it from the other, but you're coming from this kind of trying, which is a fake connection. It's not a real connecting. It's a trying to connect. If you come from this, okay, I'm connected to what is real here now. And from here, I want to connect with you. Or let's say I'm not even I want to, I'm open to, because there's not a wanting. It's, I'd love to connect with you in innocence, right? I'm open to connect with you. But I'm here, I'm absolutely vulnerable, and maybe I'm scared, or maybe I really don't know how to connect with you, but here I am. And we stay in this trust, this trust and this openness. And of course, all our worst fears could happen. Yeah, it's scary. It takes some courage to stay like that. But this is where real connection is. If you meet somebody who's staying in that and open to meeting you in that real connection with themselves, you can feel they're kind of rooted to the ground in, okay, this is who I am right now, not a concept of who I am, but just this is how I feel right now. And I don't know, I'm here, but I don't know, I'm open. There's a real sense of trust there. Anyone who is leaning forward and trying and saying, oh, look, I want to be so nice to you. I want to help you. I want to love you. It's never trustworthy. It always has a little bit of feeling of being just a bit fake, or they're trying too hard, or what are they covering? They're covering something that is a bit yucky underneath there. Or maybe yucky is not right, but they're covering some fears that they're not being real, So then immediately, I don't trust that. But if someone says, yeah, I'm scared, I'm a mess, I'm like, oh, I love you, I trust you. Oh, now I know where I stand with you. I'm scared too. I don't know how to connect to, but I'm here. This is real connection, right? This is what we love. We connect from, like children, right? Just, because this is the truth. This is what's real, right? So it can be such an old habit to do this leaning forward, right? This trying to connect, trying to manipulate the situation in some way, with a good intention, but this trying. And so in a way, we have to train ourselves to not do that so much anymore, because it's just an old habit, really. Because it can be that even if you see that that's not helping, you might find that you're doing that anyway. You still continue to do that. But if you notice that there's that kind of movement energetically, physically, even your body might kind of lean forward a little bit, if you notice that, and your breath might be a bit shallow because you're like, I'm exaggerating it now to make the point, but you're trying, right? You can really feel the effort in your body. So if you notice that, you can just take a deep breath and relax your belly, relax your breath, Okay, just stay. How do I feel right now? And then it might come in again, like, yeah. And then again, when you notice it, it's okay. And each time you come back to what is actually happening here, and you notice the effort that you're making, you can kind of train yourself to relax into what is actually here. That it's okay. It's not so scary to feel what's here. And even if it is scary, okay. What's the point in avoiding it forever? You may as well face it and feel it right now. No time like the present, right? And if fear comes and you just want to manipulate the situation and lean forward, okay, you do that. But when possible, bring it back. Feel your feet on the ground, the breath. Notice the person in front of you. You don't need to make any effort. You can just be here and trust. Life takes care. Life will create connection if need be, if that's what is meant to happen here. The priority is that you connect with yourself. And with yourself, I mean with what is actually presently happening for you. That's number one priority. Connection with others will follow.